Oh, God. Let's see. Hello! I am just popping on for a few. I'm just gonna turn off my camera until we have a couple more people in here. She's so lucky, she's a star. But she cries. I'm just sending this out to some of my peeps. I don't have much on the Britney news front, honestly. Hey, Marilyn. I'm just waiting for some more peeps to join. Hi, Kimmy Pork Chop. Robbie. Hey, boo. Just waiting for some more people to join before we start the live. No, I know I have my camera off. I don't want you guys to see how ugly I look today. Just kidding. No days off, bitch. This bitch takes no days off. Look, see? No days off. My hair is always done. Always done. No days off. Now you can see me. Now you can see me. I just wanted to keep the camera off. My hair has gotten so light because I've been going to the softball field with my daughter, and the sun is just lightening it up tremendously. Kind of loving it low-key though. Like, I kind of miss being a blonde. I was a blonde for like most of my life. And yeah, it's giving Britney vibes, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Camera on, camera on. Fine. I'm gonna do it for you, Robbie. I'm gonna do it for you. So what's everybody getting into today? There's not too much going on in the Britney verse. I haven't really been posting much this week. I'm kind of taking a little Britney break, if you will. Just kind of like, you know, watching, being a voyeur, checking out what's going on. I'm not really like, I'm supposed to be posting about the Oops, I Did It Again album, but I feel like it's been played out all weekend long for the 25th anniversary, and I'm just like, I'm like over it, honestly. I wish everybody would have picked a different album, but they picked Oops, I Did It Again, so I don't know. But again, I'm just kind of taking a little breather. Actually, I had somebody in my inbox the other day say to me, oh, I've noticed a shift in your content. You're not really like covering Britney's current state of affairs anymore. Why the sudden shift? Well, thank you for the observation. But the reason for the current shift is because I just kind of like, advocacy is a tricky territory, because if you go off the narrative that's popular within the fandom, you get attacked for it. So, you know, heaven forbid you should say, oh, you know, she might be struggling with her mental health. You get crucified. Heaven forbid you say like, oh, there could be some substances involved. You get crucified. You know, so I just kind of like said, let me just stick to some fan content. Let's stay lighthearted. Let's remember why we all love Britney to begin with, you know, with all the her performances and the pictures and her beautiful smile and the light inside of her. So I'm just pretty much trying to focus on that right now, and less on the drama. less on the drama. Low key though, the drama can be fun sometimes, but not really. It gets a little daunting. Especially like when personal attacks come into play and like people are like calling you names and like just being mean. That's not fun. I was planning to have some music on in the background, but my laptop was dead. So you're stuck with just me. That's it. I was gonna play like some Oops songs, and we were gonna like go over some of our favorite tracks. I mean, we can still talk about some of our favorite Oops I Did It Again tracks. I'll just sing them for you if you want. No, I'm not gonna really sing them. Hey, President Lucky has joined the chat. Guys, if you are not following President Lucky, you guys need to follow her. She's got a new petition out, backed by facts. One that we can all get behind. So I suggest you go and give her a follow. Check out her petition. I don't know, do you have a link in your bio or anything? If you don't, then you need to get one like stat. She also posted some recent court documents that were about, I'm really bad at articulating court shit. I just got a text, today's softball game is canceled. Probably because of the shitty weather, but guess what? We weren't going anyway. Yes, put a link in your bio to the petition, and in your stories, always include a clickable link because people are lazy. Sorry, I gotta check my watch just to make sure that they canceled the game, even though we're not going anyway. Hold on. Not sure if everyone saw the email, but as of now, today's game is still on. What? Yeah, bitches are crazy. First of all, it's like 52 degrees outside. You're gonna have a bunch of 6-year-olds out in this damp, cold weather. No, we're not going. We're at ballet. Sorry. I'll post the link in bio today. Court docs are about the day she was freed. Oh, yes. And also how they sealed a lot of what was in those documents. They sealed a lot of it. And also how they got rid of the trial that was supposed to go down in May. And all of it kind of just got, buried under the rug. So I keep getting text messages from the stupid softball. We're not going to softball, people. Get over it. Oh, God. Am I supposed to respond? Hi, Naveed. Don't think that I forgot about your little comment from the previous live, because I didn't. Basically, they didn't actually cancel the conservatorship. They simply took Jamie out. So, wait. But the conservatorship is over now, obviously. They didn't, yeah, right. They took Jamie out. Then Jody Montgomery was the conservator. But then Jody Montgomery quit. Then the alleged care plan happened. Then the care plan was called taboo. But we clearly heard about the care plan in the court. Yeah, you have a great day too. We heard about the care plan in the court testimony. And if you haven't heard about it, it is it's pinned on my Reels. If you go to like the Reels grid, it's pinned to the top, and I think it's the middle one. It's the photo that she looks the best in, and it's that one that has the audio about the care plan. So go have a listen to that if you haven't already. Now it is, but it wasn't actually done. You are American Dream. Well, thank you, Naveed. Appreciate that. Whatever that means. 11/12/21. Now it is, but it wasn't actually done 11/12/21 like we thought. Please elaborate on that. What wasn't exactly done on 11/21? The determination of the care plan? Conservatorship? Again, for anybody joining, be sure to follow President Lucky. She has a petition circulating about the judges and the lack of due process in the termination. Oh, I'm sorry. I just keep. Hi, Kylie. Thank you for joining. Yeah. So yeah, there's 2 petitions going around. And that's that. Apparently there's a protest happening too sometime in June. So I'm sure you've seen it circulating. If you haven't, then you're not following the right pages, or maybe you are following the right pages. You be the judge. Hey, Michelle. The conservatorship. We all thought 11/12/21 was the day we were all told Britney was free from the conservatorship, but that's actually not true if you read the court docs. Yes, I have to read it again because, you know, it's hard to read court documents on a phone. I need to open it up when I'm on my laptop. And if I watch it if I can read them from my laptop, I can actually like zoom in and see it a lot bigger. It's hard to read that from my phone. Even when Julia posts all the court documents, it's hard to read it also because it's just so small. It's so small. It gives me a headache. If you read the summary of them in my yes. I have read the captions. I have read the summaries too. I need to deep dive into that more. Well, you know what? I want to deep dive into it more, and for my own peace of mind. But it's like I'm not posting about that stuff right now. Okay, Naveed, thank you. You can stop. I'm just not posting about advocacy stuff right now. So I'm not knocking anybody that does. I empower you to do so and keep doing so, and I will share your shit. Just tag me in it and I will share it. So, you know, Day Nighty, I have had that same exact thought that the Diddy trial is a psyop and a distraction. For what exactly, I'm not entirely sure. Probably some other corrupt government bullshit that's going on behind the scenes that we don't know yet. I've heard that there's like another pandemic in the making. Who the hell knows? Remember when Bill Gates did the one video with his wife and was like, oh, well, you know, if people aren't taking this one seriously, they'll take the next one seriously. And then they like kind of like laughed. Do you remember that? So here, let me summarize even better. The petition that I made with the timeline in my petition, these court documents are pieces that are, hey, better yet, do you want to come on the live and talk about it? You can join. I mean, I'm here for like another half hour, so if you want to join and talk about it, I don't mind having you on. So, totally up to you. Totally up to you. No pressure. I can just read your comments too if you'd like. I'm happy to hear that you feel lucky, Naveed. Girl, you're a natural beauty. You don't have to put any makeup on. Just put a filter on. It's all good. Just put a filter on. Right? Robbie, just put a filter on. Ain't no thing. I got a filter on. You can see the lashes keep fucking... They're not in alignment. I don't like that. Maybe I should try a different filter. Let's see. No, because if I try to switch and it pops off, then you're going to see how ugly I really am. Appreciate you. Okay, I give you 5 minutes. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. What about you guys? Do you guys have anything Britney related that you want to chat about? She, son come in the van. Haven't worn makeup in days. I wish I could just go days without makeup. And like, I work at 6 o'clock in the morning. And let me tell you, when I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and do all this, it's pretty daunting. I don't wake up like this. This is work. This takes work. I want to go back to the Diddy psyop. I think it's a psyop too. Kylie, what's your opinion? What do you think it's a distraction from? An upcoming pandemic? A blackout? What could it be? Is it like more Epstein stuff? Or like, what is it distracting us from? All right, Naveed. I'm going to need you to take it down a notch or you're going to have to get the boot. Not that I don't like the flattery, but it's just like, it's unnecessary. Once is enough. It's giving troll vibes, honestly. I'm pretty sure Naveed was in my last live when I was with Ashlyn asking about, I'm not going to say it because it's derogatory, but I didn't forget because I have a screenshot of it. So that people move on and there's 10 seconds of justice. Yeah. That's true too. There probably won't even be any justice. He's probably not even going to get off. I mean, he's probably going to get off is what I meant. They had, I haven't heard anything about today's court stuff, but oops, throw my petition link in my bio, then jump back in here to go live with you. Okay. Yes, do that. Yesterday they talked about the Punisher. That was kind of funny. But then it also kind of was like his testimony was kind of irrelevant. Like, what was the purpose of the Punisher's testimony? I don't really know. So if you guys are keeping up with it, maybe you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. And they also make it seem like Cassie was kind of into the freak-offs. There's text messages stating that, like, it's a new style of watching. Yeah. I don't know, man. This world is messed up. We're living in some really crazy times. For real. Who would have thought that some shit like that? Like, we've lived through a pandemic. We're living through the Diddy trials. It's actually pretty, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Hello, Amanda. Victoria is my middle name. Did you know that? Yeah. There was something that I wanted to say about Britney. What do you guys think about the bodyguard? What do you guys think about the bodyguard in the comments? In one of the fans, I think it was Ashlyn's page, actually, commenting like, oh yeah, that's me. What the heck was that? Like, why is the bodyguard interacting with fans? Victoria was Hot Spice, girl power. She was the most bougie of them all, rightfully so. So, what was I just saying? Shit, I forgot. The bodyguard. Yes, the bodyguard. Why is he talking to fans? Is he trolling with Britney? Like, did she... And also, some of you have noticed, the bodyguard accepted my follow request. Yes, he did. I think he accepted me, the Britneyologist, and like maybe our Queen Britney Jean or something like that. There's like 3 or 4 pages that he's allowed to follow him. And it's really him. It's not like somebody's made a double page of his or copied all his photos or anything. It is really him. He hasn't posted since 2022. There's really not much on his page. It's like family related. Like, it's got a couple of pictures of him from previous gigs. It looks like he's worked with like Cameron Diaz. There were some other famous people that he's worked with before too. And yes, it is very unprofessional and concerning that he's parlaying with the fans in the comments. It's interesting. He could also just be, working with Britney to, debunk the, all right, Naveed, you gotta go, boy. You gotta go. You're distracting me. Where can we get rid of you? Bye. Thank you. Have a nice day. Sorry, he was a distraction. Yes, I did see something about a criminal record. I didn't read all of it. I didn't see anything about family abuse. I think something about pill popping. I think I do remember seeing something about Percocets. But that's about as much as I had seen. But yeah, there's really nothing crazy on his page. I did try to DM him too and be like, oh, why are you interacting with fans? Isn't that kind of frowned upon by Britney? Isn't that like a no-no? He didn't read the message. He hasn't seen it. He hasn't opened it. So it's just kind of like sitting there in limbo, waiting patiently if he reads it. Imagine he reads it and he writes back, I wonder why he accepted my follow. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. Maybe Britney was like, oh yeah, that's Britney vibes. She posts all great content. Her page is great. I follow her on my Zilla River Red account. Yeah, let's accept her. Let's accept her. I don't know. Don't know. The idea of that is kind of fun, right? It's kind of fun. What do you guys think about the Zilla River Red account? Do you think that's Britney? I know some people do. That would be awesome, right? Like, yeah, the Britney vibes, girl. Accept her. Oh my God. Everyone who works for Britney ends up getting a taste of fame and they think they're the superhero of the story. Yeah, like Sam. Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Maybe she's Maybe she's dating the security guy now, you know? Tell another what? A joke? About what? About Britney saying, yeah, follow the Britney vibe, girl. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's pretty funny. All right, so we're gonna invite President Lucky into the live, and she's gonna talk to you guys about oh man. That was a good one, right? Right? My Zilla River Red. Hey
Oh,
girl.
hello there.
How you
Hey girl, hey,
doing?
let me throw a filter on myself real fast. Let's see.
Filters are a
There,
girl's best friend.
straight up, but like, is it supposed to have my like saved ones down here? This is some bullshit. Whatever, I guess. Anyways, whatever. It's fine. You guys can just look at me in 4K. It's fine.
Do you mind if I repost this later?
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
I don't
What?
typically repost the lives where I talk shit. Oh, she's gone. She left. But I'm not really talking shit today. And even if I do, I don't care. Come back. Send a request again. She must have been looking for a filter and hit end or something. I'm on a roll today. I only got like 25 minutes. Wait, 30 minutes? 30 minutes maybe? So I got till 4:45. Hi, Zanzen. Zanzen. Okay. She just requested me again. Hold on. View request. Go live con Presidente Lucky. And we're back.
Okay, I'm not gonna fuck with the filters again. I don't know what just happened.
You don't need it.
Anyways,
I love your shades. Those are so dope.
thanks. I got them on Amazon. They're like $10.
Cool. I love when I tell people like something is so dope and then they're like, "Oh yeah, Amazon." Like Amazon has everything.
It fucking does, dude. I live by Amazon.
Love
Also
it.
because of their return policy. So,
So tell me about your petition. How long have you been working on that? What inspired you to make it? How does it differ from the other petition that's been circulating? And let's hear it.
okay. So, for starters, when I've been working on this petition um for a while, I'd say like at the very least 6 months, right? So it's a lot of it because I wanted to build the petition to have like a backbone to it. So to have like the facts, the court documents, et cetera, et cetera. Um, I wasn't like necessarily sure if I was gonna make a petition or not because I don't know if you saw a while back I was playing with the idea of a class action lawsuit. Did you
I
see
do
that?
kind of remember that. Yes.
Yeah. So I had an idea about building like a class action lawsuit against basically the book and like Britney's brand because
Oh.
if she did sign off on it, then the consumers like are under the impression that it was her when it really wasn't. It's like false. It's just not advertisement, but you get where I'm going with that,
Right.
right? So like I was playing around with that, and then I just like got a hair up my ass 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I should just like set a petition. I haven't been in the community for like the last month and a half because I've been working on the class action suit and then also just like life. So I didn't even know there was another petition going around,
Mm.
like when I came. So the day that I dropped my petition, after I like posted it to my story, which also, mind you, I'm not one of the creators in this whole Britney thing that's like anybody can follow me. I'm very tight
Is
knit,
it, yeah,
right?
isn't your page private too?
It
Right.
is. Yeah. And I do that on purpose. I do that on purpose because I don't want these like people like Cade or like their minions and all that seeing everything. And it also keeps our community inside my profile kind of everybody on the same page.
Right.
And I feel like that's something that happens outside of that. Everybody's got like these dramas going on and stuff, and I don't fucking want that. But so
Yeah.
I I had posted my petition to my story, and then I like clicked over to to the next story, and I saw somebody post about a petition that was going around. And but I was seeing a lot of like not kind words about the petition that was going around. I still don't know the drama. that's apparently with that petition. Apparently, there's like a ton of drama. I don't know what it is, but I did read their petition. And the biggest difference that I personally saw was legality, right? So, like, their petition, while I think it was good and I think it had a lot of good points and all that, there wasn't, I mean, there were things that you could nail down, but it was a lot of motion. It was a lot like, we feel, we demand this, blah, 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 because of this, X, Y, and Z. And I work in law. So, like, I understand if you want something done, like, legality wise, you're gonna have to come with facts. And a lot of the stuff that they were demanding in their petition is stuff that they want those facts,
Right.
basically.
Like it's hard to back up certain claims that were in that petition. Like where's the factual evidence that can support these claims, basically.
Exactly. And not only that, but it's kind of like a melting pot, their petition. It's just like a bunch of different things. It's almost like what are you actually petitioning
Right.
for? Like if you put all the things that they put in there, they're not
Right.
going to get everything that they want out of that.
Right.
Whereas my
Like if it's to
petition, yeah,
investigate the sealed care plan, then the focus should be the sealed care plan.
yeah, I just say that, right?
Right.
Not all these other little things. And so
Right.
I would say the biggest difference between my petition and their petition is I have a sole purpose of my petition, and that's to investigate the judges that put Brittany in the conservatorship plan from the start.
Right. And those judges
And
are Judge Penny. Who else? We got Judge Penny, Riva Goetz, is it? Or I don't know how to pronounce
yes,
it. It's Goetz.
yeah, it's those
Um,
two. So that's the
just
two
those
in my
two.
petition I'm going after. Because um because like in the timeline of everything that happened, Brittany was not given due process. And like that right there, that sentence, Brittany was not given due process is my claim. And it like
Right.
that's what my petition's about,
Did
is that
your
she was not
petition
given due
mention,
process.
did it mention, I'm sorry if I don't recall, because I did read it, but I just don't remember. Did it mention anything about the capacity declaration? Uh-oh, did we lose you? Uh-oh. Maybe she got a phone call. Did I lose the rest of the chat? Are you guys all still here? She's got the circle of death on her. Doo, doo, doo. Maybe her phone rang. Maybe somebody was texting her about softball being not canceled. All right, she froze. I had no issues with the petition at all. I like Matthew and we get along on other issues concerning our health, but honestly, I don't trust decoding celebrities, just my opinion. And you are entitled to your opinion, Peppers and Peach. Thank you for that. We all have our opinions. And you know, it is what it is. I'm not commenting on that right now because I'm still waiting for a call back from my 1 o'clock in the morning text message that I have yet to receive. So until I hear back, no comment. So her petition is to get what done in Kurt. What? Say what? What you say? Her petition is to get what done in court for Britney. Her petition is to investigate the judges. I'm gonna have to just wait until she comes back to elaborate on that. But also there's a link in her bio that will lead you to the petition, and you can read it for yourself and see what it's all about. Your phone overheated, girl. What do you have? An iPhone 6? How did your phone overheat? It's just because we're too hot. We're too hot. Your phone could not handle all that hotness on your screen, and it just overheated. That's what we're going with. It is to get the concealed care plan opened. Well, that's what Matthew's petition and Decoding Celebrities petition is about, is to unseal the care plan. If that ain't a sign, yeah, right? They can't handle the heat. They don't want to hear you talk about the petition. That's some bull, man, because I wanted to hear more. Hey, Tosh. So, all right. Well, I don't know what to say now. Anyway, go and read her petition. No, 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 no. So the girl that you just saw on is President Lucky. Her name is also Brittany. I hope that's okay that I said that that's your name. Sorry about that. It won't let you request back? That's weird. Oh, oh wait, because there's already an accept request. There you are.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with everything in my life right now.
They don't want us
Anyways,
talking about the truth.
straight up, I have a fucking iPhone 13 Pro Max. Like I don't know how the hell it overheated in 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Anyways, what I was saying, basically my petition at the end of the day, like what it is it's to investigate the fact that Brittany was not given due process before being entered into the conservatorship. If that's proven, which I have proven with court documents that she was not given due process, that means every single thing that happened to her afterwards becomes an issue
Right.
and
So
can be legally like handled.
so what I was asking you before we had gotten cut off is there any mention of the capacity declaration in your petition, the fact that there was none,
Like from the very beginning.
like at all, like
Yeah,
on her.
so in the very beginning of the whole conservatorship thing, the craziest one of the craziest parts, because a lot of it's crazy, but one of the craziest parts is when she was placed on the second 5150, the one that like actually put her in the conservatorship.
Mm-hmm.
When you're put into a conservatorship, the judge has to look and do a medical evaluation, and Brittany's supposed to be cross-examined. She was
Right.
never cross-examined. So how could they actually really know if she was mentally like
Right.
like where she was mentally or
And
not?
that kind of falls under the umbrella of due
It
process. Like, how are you going to not
does.
examine her
Exactly.
for, you know?
So
So,
that
sorry, I'm just
alone, that point alone is like proof, basically. And she was
yeah.
not given the right to use her own attorney. So um, I have a lot of it in the timeline on the petition, but I have a lot more that's not on the petition. I just wanted people to be able to actually like read and take it in, so I just made like the biggest points. But
Right.
Brittany did like have and hire an attorney, and that attorney was pushed off. They said she couldn't have that attorney, and then
I
she was giving
remember
a
that.
court-appointed attorney.
Yeah.
When in the fucking universe would a celebrity use a court-appointed attorney?
Right.
She
Like, who
she
did
had the money
that?
to pay for an attorney.
Right.
So they
Well,
like
how did they
it's
block her from
literally
that?
they blocked her from it because the judge on the so they gave Jamie a 3-day emergency conservatorship like um basically he could be the conservator for like 3 days, and that sometimes they do that, like they do that. However, in that 3 days, the judge gave Jamie the most bizarre like document saying that like she was not allowed to use her own attorney, like uh she couldn't choose her own counsel, which, mind you, that's also part of due process. Everybody's allowed to choose their own counsel. So
Right.
that the fact that the judge didn't even like that the judge said she couldn't is like against her own rights too. And like
Right.
from that moment, everything went downhill for her like so fast.
Wow. It's
So
a
yeah, so
shit show.
that's that's the biggest difference is like that I'm going for like what happened at the very beginning
Right.
of all of it, and like just that sole fact alone, because just that sole fact alone could blow everything up.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Sometimes you
Okay.
have to go to the start to get to the end.
Right. And where can everyone find your petition?
So my petition is now in my bio. That was so stupid. I don't know why I didn't add it. But everybody can find the petition in my bio. I am private. However, if you send me a request, I will vet you out and then I'll let you in if you're deemed fit.
Yes. And I'll also repost it in my story again too, along with a link so everybody can find it as well if you don't accept their follow, because there are a lot of trolls around here.
Yeah,
So
I tend to just not like accept the ones that were like accounts made in 2025 or accounts
mhm.
made in 2024. Like I look for somebody that's like, oh, this has been my profile for a while, because,
And have like mutual Britney account followers too that
yeah,
you are
or
familiar
just
with.
like have actual posts. Like I get so many follow requests from accounts that were made this year with zero posts, and like, you know
Right.
who those people are, right? Like,
The trolls. The trolls.
So, so yeah, that's what my petition's about.
Beautiful. I love it. So now everybody go follow and sign her petition.
All right.
Tosh says, I would much rather sign your petition than a certain other petition. Say no
Does
more.
can like I don't want to start any drama, but can somebody tell me like what everybody's issue with it is besides unless it's like what I said where it's just kind of like too much all over the place. Is there other shit going on? Or is that
No,
another conversation?
it's another
Okay.
conversation not for
Okay.
alive.
That's fine. I just don't know. Like I said, I just truly I try my hardest to stay out of the drama, you know? So, but I do like to
I
know
don't
what's
know.
going on.
I mean, I dip in and dip out of the drama every now and then. Sometimes I get my feet wet, and then I'm like, "Ooh, never mind, never mind."
Facts.
But I think it's more or less like I think certain people did not align with it, and when they were vocal about it, they were attacked more or less. There were a couple of accounts that were vocal about not being on board with it, and those accounts later got attacked and just
Which kind of
not.
just feeds into their point.
Yeah, basically, you know,
I
people.
just yeah, I don't understand people attacking other people. Like that's I just don't get it, dude.
It's not necessary. We're all here for the same reason. We could do so much more together than apart. And I also feel like if you're going to do something like that with this big petition and a big protest, I think it needs to be a little bit more collaborative among the community. You can't just have one or two people come together and be like, "We're running shit now and we're the face of Justice for Britney and here's a petition and sign it. And if you don't, then fuck you,
Yeah. No,
like
1,000%. That's like literally everything that a petition's not supposed to be. It's
right.
supposed to be unit. It's supposed to be unity.
Right. It's not, it just didn't feel collaborative. And we tried to be collaborative, even though we had been on the receiving end of the attacks. We put that aside and tried to even still push it and whatever, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm moving past it.
Fair
So,
enough. Well,
that's pretty
thanks
much
for
it.
letting me jump up and talk about my petition a little bit. I
Yeah.
haven't like really talked about it. I'll probably make a few story posts and like actually speak to it like how I just did, but it's just crazy, man. Like the amount of court docs that I've read over the years now, like, and mind you, the last court document on the docket for this conservatorship case was in 2024. They wouldn't be having shit on the docket if there was still a case, if there wasn't still a
Right.
case. So, like, there has
Right.
still been shit about the case going on since she
Well,
was allegedly free.
it was only since April though, right? Because that was when the trial had gotten like terminated. They kiboshed the whole trial that was supposed to happen, I think sometime in April or maybe even March of 2024, because it was supposed to
Yeah.
happen in May. And
But again, why would there be a trial if the conservatorship had ended?
it was more or less to discuss the finances and the wrongdoings of the money, I believe. It was
Mhm. It was,
the
exactly.
accounting, right? And even still, that all got swept under the rug too.
And
So, like where's
those are the court docs that I posted about.
oh
So
yes,
the
yes, yes.
documents I posted, it's about how the way that they did it and the way that they went about it basically got Jamie off the hook.
Right. Right. Do you have those
So,
saved to a highlight?
mm, no, they're just in my like wall.
Oh, they're on your actual grid?
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna go back and look at them and share them too. Very cool.
cool.
I have to pee. This happens to me every
If you can't
Wednesday.
share them, let me know. I might need to tag you if I didn't tag
Oh,
you
right, because your page
because I'm
is
private.
private too.
Yeah, but I'll
Right.
tag you, no biggie.
Okay.
So,
Or
so
you could
yeah.
make a new page and keep it public and just post the court shit on it if you want to. It's a lot of work. Running a page is just so much
It's
work.
so much work. It's so much work, dude.
It
And
really
like
is.
yeah, I think you were following me when I had the Britney Spears Army account.
Your
Do you remember that
previous
one?
one. The one that,
Yeah.
yeah, the one. How did you lose that account anyway?
Dude, I think I was getting too close. Like I had a lot of followers. So that account I built, and then one day I logged in and they said my account was permanently deleted. I was not allowed to appeal it, and there was like no reason. They literally did not give me a
Um,
reason. They just took it down. I tried so hard to get it back. And I know people at Facebook and Meta and all that, and they couldn't find it. It was as if it was wiped from the fucking internet.
Mm. That's almost kind of what happened with my Green Garden Goddess page, but they
Hmm.
wanted me to upload my driver's license and my ID and all that, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that because I
Yeah.
felt like I had a lot of like court shit on there, and I'm like, what if they're, you know me, we know how my paranoia gets,
Oh,
and I
I
was like, what if
know.
they're trying to,
It's just so amazing to me, just like knowing you from the very beginning and you telling me, don't put your face on there, don't go live, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm gonna die on this hill. And now here we
right?
are. Here
Here
we
we
are,
are.
what, 4 years later?
Well, almost 3 years later.
Almost three
Yeah,
years? Yeah, but still, years later. Like,
yeah.
it's pretty
But
crazy.
I was too paranoid. I was like, I'm not uploading my ID. They're gonna know who I am. They're gonna find my address. They're gonna say, why are you posting all this shit? We're gonna lock you up. So I was
Well, the
just like, fuck
craziest
it.
part is if they really want to find you, all they have to do is look up your IP address.
That is
It's
true.
that simple. That's
That's
why I
true.
don't like necessarily like I've been doing this so long now that like if they really want to find me, I know that they're gonna find me. But now I have all of you guys. And so if anything ever fucking happens to me, I have my own little
Well, no,
army behind me. You know what I mean?
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
So,
We are strong. So I
yes,
don't know.
ma'am.
Well, I think I'm going to end the live in a couple of minutes, but I want to say thank you for joining. Thank you for talking
No
about your
problem.
petition. Thank you to everybody in the chat for joining.
I'm gonna
Ballet is
drop
almost over.
down, so I'll see you guys later.
All right. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, thank you to President Lucky for stopping by. And I don't know, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before I have to get going? I have about 5 more minutes and then I have to peace out. I will most likely repost this for those people who have missed it. All right, my friends. Well, it's been fun. We'll do this again maybe next Wednesday. Sadly, ballet will be coming to an end soon, so these Wednesday lives are probably going to be put on pause until September, until next season. Um, but I do want to go live more often too, and keep having different guests on and just doing different things and just, keeping it fun, keeping it light, keeping it free. And that's about it. Any signs of Sean Preston? No, I haven't seen any signs of her children. I haven't seen any signs of Jaden either. She hasn't posted anything about him lately. Still very curious about this bodyguard. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. Um, I don't know. Brittany has a history of dating the help. I wouldn't be surprised. How blonde my hair is. I love it. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys soon. All right, bye.